Greetings, everyone. I'm Father George Couturier, the pastor here at Saint Josephine Bakhita Parish in Rocky Hill, both parishes of St. James and St. Elizabeth Seton. We're doing this Lenten series on sacred spaces that are special to many of us, all of us, that are dear to our heart, that bring us closer to Christ in so many ways. I decided to choose the altar, or the table, the Eucharistic table, as some would say, but preferably the word is altar. You may have noticed that at St. Elizabeth Seton, the altar was made of wood, and it was made by a craftsperson here in town, I understand, or somebody close by to the parish, and who made the ambo and the altar there. Here, it's marble, and more substantial, cut from some mountain somewhere, probably Vermont, and marble is considered to be a very precious element and very appropriate for an altar of sacrifice, indeed. So the beauty between the two, between the wooden handmade with the marble, which is handmade too, but cut from a mountain. And indeed, we come here to gather around this altar to be nourished by the Lord, and also to be in remembrance of the great sacrifice of love. You know, when we talk about sacred spaces, I can't help but think of a Celtic idea, a Celtic notion called thin places, T-H-I-N. It's kind of that nexus or that interchange between heaven and earth, the divine and the human, that are very subtle sometimes, but this is not so subtle. But for me, it is a thin place, the altar, where I as a priest do the wonderful ministry of helping to make Christ present to you in so many ways, but mainly through the body and blood of Christ. And so may this be a thin place for you, a sacred place, not just a table, an ordinary table, but a table of love, of sacrifice, the embrace of God, and the nourishment that comes from Christ alone in our world. I pray that you have a good Lent. God bless you all.